Yo, I need to get a haircut real bad. Yo guys, what is happening? What is going on? What is good? Welcome back to another video. Guys, I've done this intro like 20 times and I'm getting sick and tired of doing it. So hopefully this is the last one. Can we admire, by the way, how nice my set is looking? Look at all those colors. If you want to find out how to pimp your set out, link down below. These are like super cheap lights from Amazon, by the way. So yeah, link down below. Watch that video. It's pretty dope. But guys, yes, product photography, that is what we're doing today. I do an online show with a really good friend of mine called Daza, and he gets a lot of companies that reach out to him and give him free stuff. One of those companies is a hand sanitizer company. I think it is a very indie company. One guy actually, I think, only runs it. So yeah, he gave me a bunch of them and I thought, you know what, man, let's pimp out these bottles a little bit. Let's give them a nice photo shoot, okay? So obviously my first thought was, right, each bottle has like, each bottle is colored. We have a blue colored bottle, yellow, red, and then I think green. I thought, okay, cool, I have all these colored backdrops, so easy. And then I was like, right, let's introduce something a little bit to make these photos a little bit more zesty, because yes, they will look nice on their own, but it's a bit boring. So I went to the supermarket and I bought some fruit, and we're gonna introduce those to the photos. But I gave myself a bit of a challenge. Instead of using my Sigma 35mm f1.4 art lens, bam, we have the kit lens. Guys, I found this lens in my wardrobe, out of all places, a week ago, and I've been wanting to use it for something, and I thought, why not do it for this, man? So we're gonna be using a kit lens for these product photos, because I don't know, I just want to see if glass is like super important, if it's going to make a drastic change to the photos, or if it's all about like the set and how you use lighting and even editing and the camera and everything. So yeah, this lens, honestly, I don't know how much it costs, but this is worth nothing if I sold it, which is why I kept it. This is an 18 to 55mm Canon I have no clue, f3.5 to 5.6. There we go, right there. So we're gonna pair that up with my A7S with a adapter here. Click that on and that should work. All right, I'm sick and tired of talking. Before we get started, make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, would be greatly appreciated, and enjoy this little short video. Okay everyone, we are in my room. Welcome to my room slash studio. So this is where we're going to be doing our product photography stuff. So we have the colored backdrops here. That is where the magic is going to be happening. So yeah, let me show you real quick what the setup looks like. So, like I said in my other video, we have a nice natural light coming from like one side here. The issue that I'm having at the moment, I think, is the fact that we're getting a bit too much shadow here. So we're gonna probably have to fix that up in post. So what we would do with this is we're gonna be using a graduated filter. I think that's what it's called. So that means in Lightroom, what we can do is, where this is like nice and light, and see how there's a shadow there, we can actually just specifically select this part and brighten that up a little bit in post. But I don't know, at the same time, I like to make it look as natural as possible, you know? So we have, yeah, this is all that sanitizer here. So we have the coconut scented one, we have cucumber, we have ice cream, and then we have watermelon. So check this out, by the way. Look at how nice this design is in contrast to this here. That is like the most pharmaceutical, clinical looking hand sanitizer I've ever seen. It just doesn't look nice. It doesn't look appealing. It doesn't look like, I don't know, it just doesn't look nice. You have these beautiful aesthetic looking sanitizers here. So obviously I want to treat these with a bit more respect. So we have a couple of issues. Issue number one is I got a coconut, did not realize how hard it was to cut a coconut open. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out how I'm gonna do that, because I don't have big knives. Well, I do, but I just don't know where they are, so I need to look for them. So what I'm gonna be doing is, for this tutorial, I'm gonna be showing you how to take these pictures with the cucumber and with the watermelon one, because I also forgot to buy ice cream cones, so I can't do those today. What I can do is the watermelon one and the cucumber one. So we'll video that, and then at the end, I'll show you the pictures of all of the product photos that I managed to get, ice cream, and hopefully the coconut as well. Funnily enough, they didn't have like half sliced coconuts at the supermarket, or like coconut pieces in like a bag. That would have been pretty cool. We have, as promised, the kit lens, the Canon 18 to 55 millimeter I want to say f3.5 to 4.5. Not the most ideal, but you know, I'm sure it'll do. We'll make it happen. We also have a calm light adapter here so that this lens can work with the Sony, and we have the Sony a7S Mark I. With colored papers, I always prefer going for like a more brighter, less saturated color. I'll give you an example. I have a dark blue, and then I have a light blue. Now, it may not look like much on the camera, but trust me when I say this, in person, there's a huge, huge difference, okay? I've always found myself weighing more towards these like pastel colored looking paper. I've always seen with like brand designers, creative designers, design companies, they always go for like a more pastel color. It just looks nice, especially on the feed when you're on Instagram. You see these beautiful pastel colored backdrops and you're just like, whoa, that looks like very aesthetic. Whereas for me with the dark colors, it just like, I don't know, it makes me really anxious, and I always associate darker colors with like tackiness. I'm pretty sure they will one day come in handy, but for now I will stick with the pastel colors. So we have one source of light, okay, and that is from this window. It is a nice cloudy day today, which is what we want. The clouds allow for a nice diffused light, so a nice soft light. So instead of having just the sun there shining its light on like one specific spot, we have this overall like soft light just kind of casting its rays on pretty much everything apart from this side here. All right, camera's on. I've had to put this on APS-C mode because this is not a native Sony lens, so yeah, you're gonna get like this crazy like circle. It actually looks like you're taking a photo on like a fisheye lens. We definitely don't want that. So APS-C mode is on, which is nice because it keeps everything a lot more cropped in. Helps us a lot with the fact that this is too narrow. And we're gonna focus now. It is very, very difficult to focus on this lens. It's not a good lens, so I'm kind of just like guessing here. And let's take the photo. Oh, wow, that looks awesome. So what I've done is we're getting a bit of leakage from the watermelon. So I don't know if you can see down there, it's leaking, not sure why. So yeah, what I've done is the hand sanitizer was here and you could see the leakage a little bit because everything was in focus. So I just brought the hand sanitizer forward a little bit more. So now we're focusing more on this, which means the backgrounds are blurred out and the leakage is not really seen as much. All right, green one is here, cucumber. I have my cucumbers chopped up there, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have them like placed next to the hand sanitizer, and I'm gonna like, instead of the sanitizer being right in the center, I'm actually gonna have the sanitizer here, the cucumber here, and then make them both like on the right and left, rather than that just being completely central. Unlike the watermelon, which is giving so much like shadow to this side, this we won't have much shadow because the cucumber is very, very small. So that's a good sign. All right. And I find that like the 35 millimeter option is the sweet spot. Anything wider than that, it just looks too wide. Anything more cropped in, it's just too close. So 35 millimeter is that nice, like that perfect, just, you know, focal length. What I'm also doing, because it's quite hard to focus through the monitor, is I unfocus like really drastically, so that when I bring it back in focus, I know if it's in focus or not. I know it sounds weird, but I guess that's a bit of a tip if any of you guys, you know, are finding focusing with these kit lenses quite hard. Just go fully unfocused, so then when you bring it back into focus, you can see the difference. That looks awesome. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna take these, put them on the laptop, and see what they look like. And in fact, we'll skip to the bit where the set looks a lot nicer. Okay, we are back. All right, so I am quite surprised with how happy I am with the final finished product. If I'm honest with you, I don't think I once like thought dude, I wish I had my 35mm lens. I don't think I said that. Apart from the focusing was a bit of an issue because it is not a native Sony lens. When you're zooming in, it, like with my Sigma, because it's a Sigma for Sony, when I zoom, I get like it zooms in, so I can like really get the sharpness like perfected. Couldn't do that with this, so I had to like super unfocus it and then bring it back to make sure that I've got it as focused as possible. In post, I had to bring the sharpness up a little bit, just you know, for safety measures. Apart from that though, honestly, I'm not gonna say, yo, this was the worst thing ever. I obviously would prefer using more expensive and more high quality glass, but to say that this was a huge issue would be a huge lie, because I mean, I'm really happy with the finished products that I got. Really loved introducing the fruits into the photos too. I think that I just added something a bit more special to the photos. You know, I think if it was on its own, I think I have some pictures actually I took of them on their own. Looks very plain, looks nice, but it's just, you know, I know it's all about the product, but having a little something there just to help make people understand, okay, yo, that is what the flavor is. Because let's not forget, these are scented hand sanitizers. So having a little bit of something to kind of show the audience what that's associated with, it'll just help it pop a little bit more. So I thought it was nice to include that in there. There's a watermelon. People are gonna be like, yo, okay, that's watermelon. Oh, it's cucumber scented, you know, so on and so forth. What I would have done differently, I think definitely adding fake lights, adding lights to the images would have been a lot better than natural light for this one. I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of shadows this time. I don't know if it's just because the sun isn't where it needs to be. It's like, it's not even like midday yet. So that could have been one of the factors. So I would have probably preferred using, yeah, I did like actual lights. But apart from that, I don't know, I'm pretty stoked. Let me know what you guys think of the photos. Once again, guys, I had some guy have an issue with my last photo saying that this isn't professional, that you wouldn't get away with something like this. And you know, fair enough, yeah. If you went to, if Rolex sent you or Hermes sent you their stuff and you sent them photos that were, I mean, I don't know, it also depends, right? But yeah, once again, this is not what you would do for like, you know, Hermes or Rolex or anything like that. I mean, I think if you were doing photos like that, you wouldn't be watching videos like this, right? But there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Peace. Oh, there's a bell. I think my shoes have arrived, which is fantastic because you guys need to stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be taking some product photos out and about with the most beautiful Nike Air Maxes that have ever been designed. Enjoy.